And you may begin.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chairman Loudermilk, Ranking Member Raskin, members of the subcommittee. Thank you for the opportunity to discuss the Federal Bureau of Investigation and its handling of the Capitol Hill pipe bomb investigation. It's an honor to visit with the committee today. As said, my name is Chris Piehota. I'm a retired FBI agent with nearly 25 years of experience. At the time of my retirement, I served as an executive assistant director, one of the FBI's most senior executive roles. Prior to this role, I served as an assistant director, and before that, as a special agent in charge. During my FBI career, I was taught about and personally developed familiarity with investigative, operational, administrative, and leadership requirements that can and should be met during properly executed and managed FBI operations. We are here today to discuss the possible circumstances surrounding a case that cuts to the heart of public trust in federal law enforcement, specifically the FBI, specifically the placement of 2 viable pipe bombs outside the Democratic and Republican National Committee headquarters circa January 5th, 2021. The December 4th, 2025 arrest of Brian J. Cole Jr. was a noteworthy investigative achievement for the FBI and its law enforcement partners. Unfortunately, this arrest alone is not the central issue before this committee. A primary issue for discussion today is how this case remained unsolved for nearly 5 years, despite indications that the FBI had decisive information in its possession. There are 3 primary areas of consideration when looking at the past and present FBI challenges: culture, leadership, and operational practices. We must assess the following factors to determine the FBI's general fitness and performance in how it conducted the Capitol Hill pipe bomb case. Culture. How did the FBI demand the fabled fidelity, bravery, and integrity in all of its related operations? In the high-stakes environment present, it was plausible that investigators inadvertently eliminated or disregarded possible leads due to a lack of time and resources or flawed prioritizations, a fidelity shortfall. They became overly conservative in their approaches for fear of mistakes, a bravery shortfall, or pursued too many leads in a surface-level fashion to show urgency and expected progress, an integrity shortfall. In the end, culture determined how the organization behaved and performed when times were good or bad. Leadership environment. Leadership remains the lifeblood of any FBI investigation, the kind of fearless, principled leadership that demands excellence and makes no concessions when the safety and security of the American people are at stake. How did the FBI leadership set expectations and maintain standards, preferred practices, and behaviors during this case? What drove FBI leadership to set priorities, allocate resources, and motivate people in this matter? One thing I learned over the course of my career was ultimately we lead or we fail. Operational practices. Information volume can crush an investigative team if not adequately resourced and prioritized. How did the FBI manage investigative workloads that could have resulted in terabytes of specialized data and information and required a small standing army to process investigative findings in a timely, usable manner? Regarding other operational impacts, the presence of additional factors, such as case ownership churn, the reassignment of case agents, insufficient investigative skill or experience, investigative or analytic stovepipes, and overwhelmed administrative systems could have converged to cause unforeseen and unrecognized investigative gaps. If the pipe bomb investigation was not actively led and managed, it is no surprise that the investigation eventually stalled. In closing, this discussion brings us to an important takeaway. The Cole arrest itself appears to revalidate and remind us of the power, effectiveness, and necessity of a skilled, objective, apolitical, well-led FBI. However, the Cole arrest was not born of a new strategy. It was the result of a salvage operation, Salvage operations and cold case approaches will not protect America and its people. The Cole arrest indicates that we still have work to do in rebuilding an FBI that can effectively meet and defeat 21st century threats and challenges while concurrently protecting the American people and upholding the Constitution. I look forward to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Piehota. Mr. Spence.